Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kyle Corvus Crowe here at the 2015 European LCS Grand Finals, where, if you're just joining us, we sit on the cusp of game number 5 between the previously undefeated Fnatic and the summer split newcomers, Origin. Now, there's a lot of pressure riding on this game, as the winner of this one game will be the champion of Europe and have the honor of representing their region as the #1 seed in the World Championship. So there's a lot of hype and pressure on these players' shoulders. Let's see how they react to it as we get into picks and bans for game number 5. And it's going to be instantaneously Kalista taken right out of there, right out of the hands of Niels. They do not want him on that absolute hyper carry, which he's already proven all series long to be just such a driving force for his team on. Back over on the side of Origin, they're going to take out the flex pick of Shen, get that out of the hands of primarily Huni, but it could go to Yellowstar as well. And Fnatic will answer with a flex pick ban of their own, getting rid of the Kog'Maw. Something Expeke could play, could go to Niels. They can't definitely sleep on that pick for Niels, but that seems more targeted at Peke. Although, this is now 2 marksman bans in a row for Fnatic. Just trying to cripple this young star carry of Origin. Origin is going to come back now with the Elise ban. Getting that out of the hands of Reignover. It's a smart ban. He's one of the best Elise players in Europe. Can absolutely cause trouble, waves for the enemy team with that champion. Just got to make sure they're not at risk of that jungle threat. Fnatic now deciding their last ban, and wouldn't you know it, another marksman / mid flex pick with the Varus. They are definitely out to get Niels. He looks so calm though. He's still just got it under control. Nerves of steel with this player. Despite having 3 potential champions banned right from under his nose. So what does that leave him? I guess that's just not... Oh, the Sivir comes out for Origin too. That means 4 marksmen are out of this. Just telling Reckless, hey, come on, let's do it. Let's take it down to the bare bones and see what's left. So, in terms of marksmen that are up on the board, we still have the Tristana. I wouldn't be surprised if Fnatic first picked that away here. It could be pretty big for them, although they have been playing the Corki, so it really just comes down to whatever Reckless is comfortable on. I assume whichever team doesn't get the Tristana will play the Corki, although I don't know how high of a priority it is for Fnatic. This is, of course, the first pick. They'll set the stage for their entire composition, and they're hovering the Lulu. Used, of course, against them in Origin's last win. So they want to take that one away for sure. One of the strongest flex picks in the game currently, as it can go top, mid, or support. 3 different roles in which you can place that champion, and it looks like, yes, they're going to lock that one in. That's going to be their first hover. Now over onto the side of Origin. See how they want to respond. Unfortunately, the Lulu doesn't give them too much to work with, as there's no clear-cut counter, since they don't know which lane it's going to. We'll see what they deign to pick up here. Looks like it's going to be the Janna hover for Mithy. Relatively safe support. Safe pick overall. Doesn't reveal too much about your composition, as it fits well with a lot of things, primarily disengage, but will certainly supplement the composition no matter where she is. And it looks like the Tristana is going to be that priority marksman for Niels. Let's see if they lock this in. Yes, okay, there goes the Janna. So this looks like the bot lane of Origin coming to light. We'll see how Fnatic can respond to this one, and it's an Azir hover for Fedlevin. Could certainly come up big should he choose to lock that in. Of course, mean that the Lulu would be top or support. I don't think he's going to lock in K. I think he's probably trolling with us just a little bit there. We'll see where it goes. I think the Azir's much more likely. And the Olaf hover for Reignover. That's interesting. This would definitely give him that chance at aggression that he loves so much. The ability to just charge right down, especially comboed with the Lulu. The Corki now, safe answer for Reckless. They already know that the Tristana is going to be the opposing enemy's marksman, so they're not revealing too much about picking up the Corki on their own, although Fnatic's team composition already looks so deadly as something that can just kick in your front door and chase you down. They can charge from so far away and still pick you off. Of course, Origin has a little bit of safety already with the Tristana jump away, and of course that incredible Janna ult for disengage. So we could be seeing kind of a story of hard engage versus disengage here, depending on what Origin may be picking up next. We'll see if they supplement that comp or go with something a little different here. Jungle, top, and mid picks left, so they will have to reveal one of their solo laners here if they don't go with a flex pick. The Gragas for the jungle looks to be the pickup, and Azir in the mid lane. I mean, the last pick of Origin does go now to Soaz for his top lane champion. Azir and Gragas, again, absolutely huge in terms of disengage. Both of their ultimates can knock back the enemies. Gragas is a little bit more versatile in that it can be used as a good engage tool as well, but Origin is definitely setting themselves up to be a hard target for Fnatic. The Twisted Fate hover, that would actually do it to teleport behind now all these walls of Origin. That would of course mean that we have the Lulu top, although it doesn't seem to be Twisted Fate getting locked in. It looks like it may be the Annie for the support Yellow Star there. That's equally as good. That Annie stun can prevent someone like the Janna or the Tristana from getting away or using their disengage at any point. If you can lock the target down and burst them quickly enough, it's a good way to circumvent that disengage. We'll see if they lock that in or not. Rumble as well, looking to be the pick coming out for Huni. And it looks like, yes, these will be locked in, meaning in composition for Fnatic is Rumble, Olaf. Looks like that's going to be the Lulu mid, and Corki Annie in the bot lane. Soaz over on the other side has the counter pick should he want it to Huni. Looks like it may be the Gangplank. Of course, he has been a monster on that all series long. Could be a huge power point for them should they choose to lock this in. Has some nice disengage tools of his own with that ultimate. A little bit more in that versatile camp, just like the Gragas. So a solid overall pick, and no better player to be sporting that champion than Soaz. He's an absolute legend on that Gangplank. So I think he's probably going to end up locking this one in. We'll see here. Clock runs out as yes, the Gangplank is the final choice. So we have now our team compositions, ladies and gentlemen. Fnatic side, we have Huni with the Rumble, Rain over on Olaf, Febvin playing Lulu, Reckless on Corki, and Yellow Star on Annie over on Origin side. On the red side of the map, Soaz playing the Gangplank, amazing on the Gragas, X-Peke, the team captain and all-star mid laner, playing Azir. Niels on that Tristana, and Mithy rounding out the comp with that support Janna. We definitely have a hot game on our hands here, ladies and gentlemen. Tons of engage from the Fnatic side. Origin playing much more defensively. Of course, that's not the Origin that we saw win these games. It was their aggressive play style that's carried them through the series so far. So we'll see how they play from the back foot. And there's what they're playing for, ladies and gentlemen. The European Championship Trophy. All the marbles are on the table here. Let's get a round of applause for your two teams before we get into Game 5, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to tweet us at LOL eSports, hashtag FNCWin or hashtag OGWin. We will be keeping track of these throughout the game and updating you on who you think is going to take it, ladies and gentlemen. Who is going to take the European Summoners Cup game number 5 between Origin and Fnatic? And we are loading onto the Rift. Instantaneously, we see most of Fnatic heading up toward the higher side of the map. Of course, a lot of these early games have been plagued with cheeky invades, ward drops, each team just trying to feel each other out. Although this is the 5th game, I would not be surprised to see much more caution coming out from either side. In these Game 5 scenarios, typically most players don't want to mess something up here and kind of lose the game at level 1. Fnatic could be getting a little bit aggressive though, as yes, 4 members are pushing in. Amazing has spotted them out. He will drop the ward, and Fnatic won't be able to clear it out. Origin, Origin, the crowd is chanting, getting excited for these newcomers. This is, of course, the first time Fnatic's lost all season long. It's been twice now to Origin. They've done now twice what no other team could even do once on the same day, in the same series. We'll see if they can take it away for the 3rd one. Vision is definitely in favor of Fnatic on the top side of the map and Origin on the bottom side of the map. We'll see if Fnatic is able to spot them out on that lane swap, as it looks like Tristana may be heading up. She's going to walk past the golems, but I don't know if she got spotted by that ward or not. No ping went down. This is interesting. Janna gonna dodge the ward as well, so Fnatic may have no reasonable idea. Double jungle, of course, is coming out on the Fnatic side, and of course Origin as well, but here comes Yellowstar actually. I'm gonna spot them doing this. Take away a camp. A little bit of their own. Nice job, Yellowstar. And that's gonna force Amazing and Soaz right out. They're just gonna run right back to the top side of the jungle. So Yellowstar now has so much knowledge of this start for Origin. Wow, what an incredible turn of events now as Origin just runs straight to the top side. Janna could be looking for something on Feldman here. I do not think so. Midley's going to wisely back right off of that one. May have revealed too much of that position, but I think they have a pretty good idea that the top side of the map for Fnatic is well and clear, so as maybe going to take advantage of that, or this could be the tower push. And look at this, Fnatic is already raiding the bottom jungle side of Origin, and Amazing, on the other hand, is in so much danger to this blue buff, or red buff. He actually has to back away to let his health potion heal him some before he can come in, get the smite, and finish it off. So as has now joined Niels and Nibby in the top lane, looking to be pushing down that tower a little early. Of course, this could be the trade, as once Fnatic pushes this wave in, Humi and Rainover will be there. Turning around, so we may have a little bit of a tower race on our hands. It is 4 versus 3 in favor of Fnatic, although Origin, Niels has the Tristana so good at pushing turrets, even at low levels, even before those items come out. This is still one of the best itemless tower pushers. There's the bomb. Will it be enough to take out the tower? Oh, just barely, not enough. And now Soaz taking a ton of damage from that tower too. That could force him to have to back right after this. And it will be the tower going down. So I was trying to let it get off as many shots as possible. Looks like Huni doing the exact same thing, wanting to reset his wave with the tower before he takes it out. Wisely biding his time on that one. And now each side has a turret. Small gold lead over to Origin for what we can only assume is farm. Tristana getting a little bit ahead of that Corki. Niels already getting a pickaxe, whereas Corki's opted for the double Dorans here. Small lead for Pecky in the mid lane as well, but that could change. Yellowstar seems to be in the area. We'll see if he's ganking or just getting vision. And it will be the vision. Mithy drops a nice pink ward, sees the drop of Yellowstar. Pings are coming out on that pink ward. Fnatic definitely knows where it is, what it is, and what it is doing. Now, Niels has returned to the bottom side of the map, whereas Huni still sits, so possible advantage here coming to Origin. If they can push in this Huni and get a good bit of denial there for the Rumble, you will definitely see Amazing Soaz. Still a little bit of jungle, double jungle left over. Ooh, good damage. Niels just harassing Huni like he's not even there. Rumble, such a strong champion in the top lane matchup, but against her Tristana, it's an entirely new playing field, you know. All the old cards are off the table, and Origin just looks to be pushing this in, although they could be in a lot of trouble here as Annie looks to be coming around the side. Yeah, she's going to be coming in. There's a ghost pop for Rainover. Niels jumps out, and that's the flash instantaneously for Mithy. Huni flashes as well, but it's going to cost Niels his flash. Yellow Star coming in. There is no tower for Origin to retreat to. They drop a ward, and Soaz is teleporting in. There's the exhaust coming out for Huni, but Niels is getting so shredded. First blood coming out for the Olaf. Soaz is now in here, though, and he's going to get the kill onto Yellow Star. Mithy in so much trouble. The spike comes out. He's for sure going to die here, but he's holding on for dear life. What a tornado, but no, he is finally picked up, and now Rainover goes down to Soaz. It's a 1v1, the top laners, ladies and gentlemen. Soaz wants the blood. He's got the wave. Can he get it? No, Huni's doing so much damage, but Soaz turns it around, and that is the triple kill, ladies and gentlemen. What an incredible play from the hands of Soaz to turn that around. All 3 kills going over in his favor and taking a gold lead for Origin. Let's see that again. So, flashes are burned. Niels doesn't have anything more to escape with because he used to jump and his flash. So when Annie flashes in here and gets the stun, he's instantaneously dead. Soaz starts to teleport a little late. But now look at this. All of Fnatic just focuses on the Janna, who's not doing any damage, while Soaz just has free reign to follow along and just absolutely shred through Rainover here until he basically makes it the one-on-one, and then it's just the outplay. He has the minion wave. He gets the barrel damage here. Oh, I'm sorry, he doesn't get the barrel damage. It's the crit shot, and then he flashes away just for good measure. Actually, an unnecessary flash, but all the same, absolutely dominant play from Soaz. Origin almost 1k gold up. Pushing this lane, and now we have a standard 2 on 2. See if they can pop this back into the tower. Soaz in that top side, maybe pulling up Amazing and come kill, or try to kill that Huni. We'll see. Said Olaf is in the area, so not too much probably going to come of this. Looks like Amazing is just going to back right off of that one. Doesn't want it. Rainover clearing out the vision. Fnatic actually doing an excellent job of their topside vision control this game, definitely prioritizing it, and it may net them something here. Rainover looked to be running top, but no, it's just going to be more vision. Things seem a little tense between these two teams. Nobody wanting to quite shake things up like they just did in that bot side. Of course, Huni still does have his teleport if he wanted to use that for anything cheeky against Origin. Speaking of, now here comes Amazing and Rainover. We could have a little bit of a slap fight on our hands with the top lane junglers. Yes, that's an equalizer coming out. Soaz in a lot of trouble. He's going to pop the ult and turn around onto Huni. Amazing, though, not even a chance to do any damage. Never mind, he flashes in, he gets the barrel slam, and that's going to be the kill. And now he's leaving Soaz to die to Rainover as he just runs right out of there. Going a little hard for those kills. It's going to be the 1-to-1 swap, but that is Rainover now getting his 3rd kill of the game and the shutdown bonus onto Soaz. So definitely in favor of Fnatic right there. Good turnaround, get the shutdown on him, and another kill in the back pocket of the Olaf, who is such a driving force in this early to mid game anyway. Such an important part of getting his team rolling in bed. That's an excellent position to be in if you are Fnatic. Moving to the top lane farm disparity, despite being down 2 deaths, already up 10 CS with the Needless is Huni. Of course, Soaz on the gangplank is going to have his Sheen picked up, taken care of. He's probably sitting on a good bit of gold here himself, too. We'll just see what he turns that into. On the vision side of things, in terms of items, all of Fnatic are still sporting that yellow trinket, whereas Origin has already opted for 2 sweepers on their mid and support with Mithy and Peke. So it does seem to be that Fnatic are really the ones acting on the vision, and it's more of Origin reacting. Rainover's going to get spotted on the last couple seconds of this ward. Soaz is going to be able to just run right out of that one. Doesn't seem like he's in too much danger there, unless they want to stick around and try for a dive. You should know Rainover's there, especially now, actually, that ward has been dropped. Looks like he'll clear this right out, and Amazing is in the area should anything happen, but it doesn't look like it will. I'm just going to swap back some vision of their own. Janna in the bot side is backing, or faking a back. Looks like they may want to just stick around, keep things pretty equal here. as they know the position of most of all players on the map. Although they're coming down to this mid lane, and Peke may be none the wiser. Here comes Rainover. Peke's going to get caught up a little bit, but dash back to his tower, be safe enough. And it could be Fnatic setting up for a dragon with so many members on this bottom side, although Huni is running back to the top. He does have the teleport, so does Soaz, so if that objective does break out, it's going to be the top laners sitting and getting as much farm or split pressure as they can before it goes down. That's going to be Lou, given right over to Peke if they can ever get past the reset. And yes, he's going to pick that one up, so able to square off against that just a little bit more. Soaz in a trouble, in a 1v1 from Huni, he's going to drop the ult, but he stands in the equalizer quite a long time. It's going to have to be his flash to get out, just bullied instantaneously away by Huni. Dropping his ult for the Gangplank Global and the flash, definitely worth on his part. Wow, that could be crucial, especially if Soaz tries to burn his teleport just to get back to that top side. Could maybe see dragon pressure out of that. We'll just have to wait and see. The vision is coming down, and it's coming down in the favor of Origin. Fnatic does have some backing wards on that one, but it's not nearly enough to make this dragon actually contestable. And it looks like Amazing, knowing that, may try to start something here. Fnatic smell something fishy. They think it's going down. There's the ward. They're going to spot it out, and it looks like Origin will back right off. So they don't want any part of that one. Getting pretty quiet here. Again, just a little tense on this map. Neither team wanting to make that first mistake to instigate that fight that they lose. Definitely looking for Fnatic to be the ones to initiate the fight. Origin, compositionally, is going to be much happier to just wait it out, wait for Fnatic to maybe blow a couple ults or summoners, and then try to fight again on their own terms. So they are definitely the ones in this comfort position when the game is at a slower pace like this. Fnatic are currently just setting up for the objectives and the kills, trying to make wise decisions and picks based off of the vision that they're setting down. On the way ping coming out, looks like it was Gragas's. We may see something come down in the top side here. Huni does, of course, spot the Gragas, and they know that Olaf's in here too. That's a great equalizer to separate Soaz and Amazing, and Soaz is in a lot of trouble as he drops the ult. Olaf cannot be disabled, and that's going to be the stun from Annie, sealing the deal. Soaz will go down again to Rainover. In the meantime, though, Peke has taken the tower in that mid lane. Looks like Fnatic will look to answer it with the topside tower of their own. It's a definite advantage to Fnatic here if and when they clear this tower out. Yeah, that thing is absolutely done. Soaz will need to be up in time to teleport back to it. And just like that, the towers are once more equal with a kill going over into the hands of Rainover. Once more, all 4 of his team's kills. And it looks like in this sneaky attempt, it's going to be Origin taking away the dragon while Fnatic allocated so much resources to the top lane. Not only the dragon, but they get that bot lane tower as well, grabbing a tower advantage and the dragon. Fnatic have a chance to equalize towers yet again up here, but Soaz could easily push them off after this wave dies. They have a lot of time before the next wave comes in. They know it too. They're backing right off. Looks like he's going to quiet back out. Fnatic are not going to continue this pressure, so Origin, just like that, just when they started losing advantages, grabbed themselves another tower, another dragon, and managed to stave off that push from Fnatic. This could be bad. Yellowstar with the stun buffered. Maybe looking to get a little bit of damage onto that Gragas. Of course, this is such a hard tower to push against Gragas and Annie with some, Gragas and Tristana with some decent wave clear, and then the Janna to have the shield for that tower. Just going to make this a frustrating place to try to apply pressure if you're Fnatic. Vision control, staggering a little bit back into the hands of Origin here. Getting that top side cleared out. That's mostly been Fnatic wards throughout this game. That's kind of been the story of their vision control. It's been working well for them too, as the top side is where they made the most moves. Rather than going to be taking his second blue buff. Tekes won't be up for some time, so This could provide a decent window of pressure if they're able to just keep those waves clear. Oh no, Tristana could be in a lot of trouble here as Huni is coming along from the back. Niels is going to be running for his life. And here comes Reckless jumping over the wall and doing so much damage. He's already got the Trinity Force. Good dodge from Niels, but he is absolutely done here. It's going to be Featherman picking that one up. And Niels getting absolutely punished for his overextending. That's a 20-second death timer already. And Fnatic may have given themselves a decent window here. Looks like Yellow Star is just going to take it to get down. A little bit more vision. And they still want to take out that top side with Corki pushing it on through. Wave control is so much in the advantage of Fnatic right here, with the exception of Origin's bot lane. That push from Soaz is causing now Huni to run down and take care of that. So if the fight does break out, it will be Huni's teleport used, not Soaz's. Oh no, Peke could be in trouble though. He flashes back. He's going to use the cleanse, and there's the ultimate from the Gangplank to just try to stop this from getting out of hand. And it looks like, yes, that will deter the engage. That's the anti-ult traded for both summoners of Peke and Soaz's ult. So certainly hashtag worth, but it's not gonna give Fnatic the fight they were possibly hoping for. And now Origin, in the remnant of that, have grouped up and pushed out mid yet again, while Tristana looks to try to reset this top lane pressure. But just as the top lane pressure is reset, it looks like bot lane Huni has shoved that right back out. And we've flip-flopped and kind of pancaked here on the pressure game. Wave control becomes so important in these times when there are no otherwise major objectives on the map. So Fnatic would have to push into mid lane, trying to get this mid lane tower, or they'd have to extend so deep as to try to get those second tier turrets. It just really doesn't seem worth it to them at this point. So wave control is kind of one of the biggest remaining objectives, and also kind of one of the most underplayed. Soaz may be in trouble here. Looks to be backing out, but Huni may know what's going on here. Yeah, Soaz has to stop his back, and now he's in a lot of trouble as Huni and Rainover are here. He's running for his life. I don't think he can get out of this one. Oh, but he starts to teleport! He's teleporting out of this, and they can't burst him fast enough! Yes, he's out! Ladies and gentlemen, Soaz again coming up with such a huge play. I mean, it's not necessarily the most worth thing. He had to burn his teleport, but Rainover did in turn burn his ghost as well, and Soaz is just so good at getting himself out of these ridiculous situations. Oh man. Fnatic looking to maybe set something up in this mid lane here, as most of the members are congregating around. Amazing too, backing. This could be an inopportune time if Fnatic is looking to pick up this tower. It does seem though that most members of each team are playing relatively safe and on their own side of the map. Soaz immediately back down to the bot lane to keep pushing. And backs once again. We'll see what he looks to pick up. He's already got his Trinity Force as well as a pickaxe. So as if this gameplay wasn't scary enough, he goes back to the flash recharge and to run top lane. Not only is he 3 kills up on Huni, he also now has more farming. He's actually lacking in farm, but this kind of quiet time of split pushing has done wonders in terms of getting that back. Oh, it looks like we may have a little bit of tension building here in the mid lane. Fnatic look to want this tower. Rainover is diving. There's the Rumble ultimate as well, and Peke's in a lot of trouble as he goes down. Huni is now trying to pick up Mithy. He's the next target. He's going so low. That's a good ult from Amazing, but it doesn't do enough to keep the members of Origin alive, and it's going to be the mid lane tower falling for Fnatic, just like that. 2 kills out of nowhere and a tower, and look at this. The Dragon timer is just expiring. They timed this so well. Now they're taking Dragon for themselves. Reckless is going to be able to help melt this thing super quickly with that Trinity Force in his back pocket. Rainover as well, a monster. Of course, his last item pickup was defensive, but They still melted through that, and just like that, they equalize the tower, take a 3-kill gold lead, and oh no, now they're in a lot of trouble. Neil's actually knocked up out of the jump, but he flashes out. Now Amazing is back on into Huni. Is he going to be able to do anything? There's the Zanyas, which almost certainly means death, as Amazing slams the barrel down onto the head of Huni to pick that kill up and net him his second of the game. Just like that, Origin find a way back in with kills. Fnatic blew so much this last fight. We're going to take a look at the tower fight again. Now, Peke instantaneously out of this fight. The Azir ult does nothing. Reckless can just jump in and absolutely shred Nithhi, come back in to take out the tower. And so much of that was just Peke not being able to get away in time. That was a great catch on the side of Fnatic to net them those kills. The tower, the dragon. It was just an absolute snowball of events. And Fnatic are looking very much in charge based on that last play. Now they're gonna counter jungle the red buff, leave that last little bit of the camp up so that it's not to reset the timer. Looks like Niels will find that though. He's gonna pick that one up. Yeah, he noticed. Returning to the top side to make a counter push against this Corki as the Fnatic wave pressure is now back in their favor. Gold all tied up despite the kill lead of that Fnatic squad. Actually, Origin holding just a 400 gold lead or so. So much of that, look at this farm disparity between Peke and Devlin. He is 30 CS up on his mid lane opponent. So as well, pretty high in that CS as top laner. Origin knows that Fnatic is around this top side. They're not too worried, but it is going to be, once more, Fnatic just grabbing so much vision on this top side of the map. They've been prioritizing it. It's a big deal to them, and it's going to be the key to getting this next mid lane tower and picking up what could be a potential Baron, as that has been on the board for 2.5 minutes now. And yes, it looks like Fnatic want it. They're going to start it off, and they're going to back right off. Looks like they didn't want it as bad as they thought they did. So as, in the meantime, has been able to take a bot lane tower there. He's also got the teleport up. So, wise play from Origin to once more take the lead in turrets. And waste a little bit of Fnatic's time there. Take away Huni. Still so much tension building around this Baron. In the meantime, though, Niels looks to be trying to reset this top lane pressure that could be dangerous for him with so many members of Fnatic in the area. And yes, it looks like they're going to be roaming up. He should be able to back in time. No, he didn't. He's running away. Oh, but it's going to be 2 ults used at once to just definitely keep him safe there. Gangplank dropping that one in addition to Niels. Trying to ensure his survival there. They'd rather burn the ultimates than risk the death of the Tristana, although neither are ideal if you're trying to stall out this Baron that Fnatic so desperately seem to be trying to set up for. Vision's definitely in control. Wave pressure seems to be well in their control as well, as it looks like bot lane may be pushing in the favor of Fnatic. It's a slow push, and Gangplank may be going to reset it. But even so, Fnatic do not seem to want to go ahead and start this. They're waiting to try to find that right pick, try to get the right condition. They've got the vision for it, and they keep clearing out well enough. This could be something. They may be trying to collapse here on the Tristana. I don't quite know, but Amazing's coming around from the flank, and this could be good for the side of Origin if they can keep Fnatic split like this. We'll see whether or not they're going to get this. No, but they go in onto Amazing. He goes in himself. There's a smite, and he's stunned up, and now he's in so much trouble as he just gets absolutely melted as the rest of Fnatic shows up. Reckless going to pick up that kill with 3 assists, but here's Soaz in the bot lane shredding this tower. I don't know if he can do it in time. He's already halfway through it, actually. He's going to destroy this wave, and Fnatic is on the Baron. Soaz doing his best to absolutely take this down, but he may have to teleport back up. There's the ultimate to stop the members slow them of Fnatic. I don't know if the teleport's coming in or not. Yes, it is on the back line here, and this could be a fight on our hands. Good ult from Peke to divide Fnatic, but they do secure the Baron. In the meantime, Andy has gone down to the hands of Tristana, and Huni looks to be the next one to fall after this. Oh, and he fails to flash over the wall. It is definitely his death warrant. Signed and stamped. Wow, what a turn of events as Fnatic secure the Baron. Origin, 2 kills and that bot lane tower. Soaz probably not as instrumental in that fight as he could have been beyond his ultimate. Maybe he should have stayed and tried to take out the rest of that bot side tower. Keep pushing, get the inhibitor. We're gonna catch a replay of that. So the ult from Gangplank finishes up. He's teleporting, but most of the fight has already broken out as Yellowstar jumps in way too early onto Niels and gets himself killed. In the meantime now, Huni gets himself trapped in the Baron and fails his flash out of the Zanyas. Niels almost got a little bit of trouble, but a good ult from Mithy kept him safe and pushed away the aggressing members of Fnatic. Still 3 members with Baron on that Fnatic squad though, as Febiven, Reignover, and Reckless all have that in their pockets. Dragon is coming up, and it doesn't look like Origin's going to be able to do too much in the way of contesting this. This will be second Dragon over into the hands of Fnatic. Origin may want to fight it, but looks just a little bit more terse. They're just fronting a little bit. Oh no, here's the teleport coming in the back from Rumble. Origin is running for their lives. I don't know that Fnatic's going to be able to catch him on this one. Absolutely not. Yeah, the Gangplank ult is burned, but look at this. Look at these rotations. Fnatic has now gone into the bottom lane of Origin to push this, while Niels and Mithy are pushing the mid lane of Fnatic. So we may have a little bit of a split push war on our hands here. Yes, we do, ladies and gentlemen. Niels and Mithy versus Reckless, Febiven, and Reignover. The defending is definitely in the hands of Origin as they're trying to get down the kills, but they are fighting Baron minions. Mid lane tower goes down for Fnatic, and Fnatic is pushed back. No, it looks like they may catch Soaz. Yes, he goes down to the hands of Febiven, and now they have to back off as this tower is getting absolutely shredded in the hands of Fnatic. Now they're chasing down. They're going to kill Peke. Killing spree for Reckless. Amazing. Running for his life. Can they get him? No! He gets back to the fountain. Niels sprinting back to try to help, but this inhibitor is almost certainly gone, and Fnatic definitely coming out on top, taking that one away, and getting the first inhibitor of Game 5 of the European Championship, ladies and gentlemen. Keep in mind, Dragon is still live here too, so Fnatic may be able to pick this one up as a small victory prize on their way out. Second Dragon, not the most important, but crucial in terms of getting to that third, fourth, and eventual fifth Dragon, should that be a win condition. Although, at 27 minutes, with the first inhibitor down, the win conditions look a little bit clearer if you're Fnatic. We're definitely going to see how Origin is able to bounce back from this one. Things so tense now as the game falls back into a little bit of a quiet lull. Fnatic have gone back now to get a couple items. Olaf is definitely beefing up. He's got the Warden Smell, the Giant Spell, and the Locket of the Eye and Solari. He's going to be so much harder to kill as an Olaf. Luden's Echo with the Needless stacked out for Febiven there. And Corky being an absolute monster with the Trinity Force, Borked, and another VF Sword. Fnatic are probably just going to be able to pressure this tower right now. I don't think Origin can stop it, even with the Gangplank though. Yeah, that tower is instantaneously gone. Fnatic definitely have the pressure in their hands now. They have this entire map working for them, and it's just been such great vision control that's got them this far. Look at how many wards Fnatic has on the side of Origin versus the amount of wards that Origin has on Fnatic's side. There are two on Fnatic's side of the map from Origin. The pink ward near the river, and the one that actually just expired in front of the mid inhibitor. So Fnatic definitely winning this vision war, and it's helping them so much with their pressure. Origin trying to defend this tower, but they may have to back off as all 5 members of Fnatic are here. The wave is pushing, and the tower is already half down. Origin losing another one right from under their noses, and Fnatic is in such control of this game now. 7 towers to 6, and the first tower lead they've actually had all game. Origin trying to find what they can do to play this one out safely. This is the time that Fnatic can feel free to make a few more risky fights. Oh, there comes Equalizer as well, trying to get on the Peke, but it's not going to be enough. Ghost Pop for Reignover. Not really going to net him anything onto that one, so good disengage from Origin. It's a little bit more what we may have been expecting when we saw their composition in the picks and ban phase. few more encounters like that, but we didn't get as many. Fnatic has been doing such a good job of actually solidifying their picks. There have been some slippery times, so as teleporting away or using the ult to protect Niels from getting caught. So credit to Origin for being hard to catch, but even more credit to Fnatic for actually being able to catch them. It's so much harder to be the aggressor in that situation. All three lanes are pushing in now onto Origin. Of course, you have the consistent push of the bot lane, but Fnatic doing a good job with all their topside vision to keep mid and top lane pushing, now that they don't necessarily need to worry as much about that bot lane for some time. And it looks like they're just going to be setting up vision for this next Baron. It's now less than a minute away. Fnatic already has a great network of wards in, but they're just going to be coming through, re-upping them, solidifying what they didn't necessarily have beforehand, and looking to contest this second Baron. If they can get it, this game is going to look very, very grim for Origin. Despite the gold being consistent, so much pressure on the side of Fnatic. Origin hasn't been on their side of the map in so long. Oh, there's the flash stun, and Nithy's dead before he knows it. Ladies and gentlemen, absolutely gone. And what is this? Niels could be in so much trouble here. He's wandered way too far out, and now has pretty much nowhere to go as the members of Fnatic are just crashing in on him. We'll see what he can do. Oh, a little bit of hesitation may cost him his life a little early. He's going to try to get in onto Reckless, but absolutely no chance, as Reckless just destroys him with the help of Febiven and Huni. And that's the bot lane for Origin. Dead before they know it, getting caught out, and that's going to cost them the Baron. And where's Pepe during all of this? He's down in the mid lane, not where he needs to be. That's free Baron over to Fnatic, almost certainly. After this out into the lane, nobody from Origin in a place to get there. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it goes over to the hands of Fnatic, the second Baron. Definitely more important this time around, as it does attribute to all 5 members. There's not a dead Huni and Yellowstar this time to possibly dull some of the effects of that. So if Fnatic were able to capitalize heavily off of the first one, now that they have the lead and the second Baron, we will definitely see what they can do to cinch this game out, as it is looking like they are bloodthirsty for this game number 5 for this European title, taking it right out of the hands of Origin. Looks like they're just going to siege down this mid lane tower. They've been able to take ones right out from Origin's nose beforehand. We'll see if they can do it again. Not all the members are present, but Niels getting so shredded just from this poke that Fnatic is able to put out. Good stun on the Gragas as well is going to cost him about half of his HP bar. And the tower is continually getting shredded during all of this. Fnatic applying so much pressure, so much force onto Origin, and just keeping them on their toes everywhere they go. Huni, in the meantime, is able to get a little bit of a reset on that bot lane. Looks like Fnatic may be trying to think economically about their Baron buffs, trying to keep them maximized in as many lanes as possible. Top lane is, of course, going to be pushing against them, but it looks like Corki may be heading up there to deal with that personally. Dragon number 3 is now officially on the board. Should Fnatic want to peel back and try to take that one away. Doesn't look like Origin can do too much. They can't wander too far out of their base. And yes, Fnatic seem to be uncontested on this one. It's just going to be a matter of chipping away that health bar. And down it goes. Rainbow versus Crowe with the smite for good measure. Building good habits. And the bot lane looks to be the target for Fnatic. The tower is gone. Gameplay Gold does a great job, actually, to divide the team of Fnatic. They're going to get a little bit of a knock-up on Huni, and he may be in trouble if his fellow team members cannot get here in time. But Origin are dealing with those Baron minions, so we'll see what they can pull out of it. Reckless on the front line now, looking to be the damage dealer. Yellowstar taken substantially low, and Peke has been doing a great job of holding them off, keeping his inhibitor alive. Fnatic are at 60k gold, 35 minutes into this game. They just kicked the door open. They broke it. Oh no! Reckless has gone in onto Peke. Peke's in a lot of trouble. He has to flash out. Oh, so much damage! And yes, Yellowstar's going to be able to send that one out and away with the ultimate. Peke is gone. He cannot help defend this inhibitor. And they find the absolute perfect pick as Reckless just absolutely destroys Peke onto this one. They still have Baron minions too, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, I'm sorry, it just expired. They do not have the Baron minions, but they still have so much pressure if they want to try to push in this mid tower. Looks like they do want the 4v5. Health bars are a little low. Breathless has been chunked, and Rainover's not the healthiest either, but I don't think they seem to mind. There comes the Equalizer. Soon he's looking to go in. He starts taking the tower aggro. His amazing goes quite low, but the Gangplank ult is doing so much. It forces the zombies out from Mooney, and now Reckless is trying to get in onto Niels, but Niels knocks him back with a great ultimate. Rainover now is going to be the one running, and Fnatic looks to be on their heels as Origin is just sprinting after them. And it's going to be disengaged actually from Fnatic this time around. Origin are going to be the ones looking for the picks that they may not actually be able to secure. So, if anything, a nice change of pace here. And it's going to go back to a little bit of wave reset. This is definitely now on Origin to clear out these waves. Get the map a little bit more breathable, a little bit more roomy and spacious. Take whatever jungle camps may be respawning in the next 60 seconds. Fnatic had a nice ward line along the bottom side of the map. There's still some good wards there, but they're starting to die off. Origin, with their wards in the top side of the map, trying to hold on to those towers maybe a little bit longer, as it is mid and top tower that are now so key and crucial to defend if they want to come back swinging into this one. And of course, they have the champions to do it if they were trying to pull off a comeback. Niels is so strong on that Tristana, despite being 1 and 3. He's got the Infinity Edge, the Bloodthirster, the Static Chip, and he's got his QSS now. Able to pop that for any of the dangerous lockups that Fnatic may have. Oh, Origin may want something here. They're going to get some good damage onto Huni. Gangplank ult does come down a little bit prematurely, it seems. And now Origin are trying to maybe force Fnatic out of this mid lane and take that inhibitor. This is the first time they've been back on the Fnatic side of things in quite some time, but Corky, keep an eye on the top lane, is pushing in against Origin there. They set down the turret. This is going to be very good for Origin, and they may get this inhibitor for sure here. Yes, it looks like it's definitely going down to the hands of Niels. Corky, though, in that top lane, looking to take possibly the tower and the inhibitor. Origin starting to back. Can Fnatic keep them out of this one? I don't think so. I think the backs are going to come through A-OK, and Corky's going to take this inhibitor. No problem regardless. They do not back in time. And that's the second inhibitor coming down for Fnatic. Just when Origin gets a small hand up, Fnatic says, that's fine, we'll trade it back and keep the advantage well and steady in our favor. Things are getting so tense right now if you are Origin. Starting to sweat. The crowd definitely on fire with energy, seeming to be in support of Fnatic. And how could you not be, ladies and gentlemen? What a success story coming out for these guys. They've lost their first 2 games this season. I'm sorry, this split of the season. To Origin in this series. But they've maintained their resolve, held their nerve. And they're looking to come back thunderously in Game 5. Of course, so much of it is going to come down to this Baron in about 25 seconds here. We'll see if they're able to just take it outright, or if they want to try to get a couple of picks off on the side of Origin. Origin, if anything, has proved that they're not trying to give up too many objectives for free. A couple of towers maybe fell out from under their nose, but by and large, Origin done a good job of contesting most of these power picks. Doesn't look like they're in a position now to, though. They do have 2 inhibitors to deal with. And it looks like, yes, Fnatic is uncontested on this Baron. All 5 members squatting up. The Gangplank ult comes down, but I don't think Fnatic's worried. Yeah, they secure that one right away into the bucket of Rainover. And the 3rd Baron of the game, Baron number 3, in the hands of Fnatic. As if it wasn't deadly enough to deal with the super minions, now they have Baron minions on the heels as well. Of course, that bot lane inhibitor should be coming up pretty soon for Origin, so at least a little less pressure to sweat. Mid lane now, the last remaining focus, the last remaining base tower regardless of the Nexus. And Fnatic want it bad. Good wave clear from Origin. The bot lane inhibitor of course now has respawned. And I don't know that Origin can do too much in the way of defending this. Good chunk on the Elbow Star. But the losing shield will prove quite useful there in keeping him together. Fnatic maybe peeling back off to either get this bot lane or the dragon. It looks like bot lane inhibitor does seem to be the focus as they're more concerned with the base than that 4th dragon leading to the 5th. 40 minutes on the clock here as Fnatic are coming in strong. Olaf maybe getting a little bit ahead of himself, and that's a good Jana Tornado. Reckless is in a lot of trouble, but Niels has to jump out of this one, actually. Rainover is so aggressive. Reckless getting jumped very hard from the back line. The Lulu ult is going to keep him well alive, though, as Peke is trying to get some damage back on from the outside here. Rainover could be caught out. Great Gragas ult to knock him back in, and Niels will secure that one, but Peke is in a lot of trouble. He has to use the ult to get it back, and now Huni has used that Zhonya's. He's going to die next, and Peke so low, still picking up the kills, though. Niels has to jump over the wall, running for his life, but that's going to be 2 kills for the side of Origin on the Fnatic, taking out the top and jungle Korean duo Huni and Rainover, losing their lives in that fight as Origin successfully defend that inhibitor. Teleport comes out from Soaz. Is he going to try to contest this dragon and keep the 4th one out of their hands? 2nd dragon is not a huge one to die over Soaz. Actually, they're trying to chase it in. I don't know what Origin's trying to do here. Extending out quite a bit. They feel so hasty trying to capitalize on the kills they got, but it doesn't look like Fnatic has left them any objectives with which to do so. Even though Fnatic stumbled, even though they slipped, they were able to keep Origin from getting any legs up in this game just by denying them any objectives to come back on. So it's just going to come down now to the vision control that Origin's going to be able to put back out. They have a good amount in that bot side river. If and when that 5th dragon becomes within the problem. Actually, no, those wards would be well gone by 5th dragon, because those wards were just placed. And 5th dragon just went down, so not going to be huge for that. The inhibitors are about to be up yet again, and the Baron is down, so if ever there were a time for Origin to take that comeback, it would be right about now. As there is no more Baron, there are no more inhibitors, and it is just the strength of each individual team and team fight. Origin, only 1k gold behind, despite being so far behind in pressure, still has every chance in the world to deal with this. Now is the time, and they know it. Look at how aggressive they're getting, leaving their base behind. Although great stun from Andy, the Rumble ult does come down, and Pepe is dead before he knows it. Rainover now getting on to Niels. Niels running for his life, not going to be able to kite back as well as he maybe needs to. Then he's going to be the exhaust to cut down a lot of damage, but he is still in so much danger as Midley is the next one to fall. It's a double kill, triple kill coming out for Huni. Is it going to be the Quadra? No, Andy's going to take it away, and it's going to be Reckless possibly picking up the last of Soaz. Barely living, but holy cow, ladies and gentlemen, the mid lane tower is gone. The inhibitor is surely the next one to fall. The teleport coming in from Huni as they're looking to maybe end the game here off of the back of one great fight. The Nexus towers are falling. Can Soaz defend? I do not think so. So much time left on the death timer. Soaz is going to be in a lot of trouble himself. He's going to get picked off, and Huni trades his life for that of Soaz as Reckless picks it up, and that is the game! Ladies and gentlemen, Fnatic are going to take it! They are going to win the summer split in Europe and be your #1 seed at the World Champion 3-2 over Origin! What a play, ladies and gentlemen. So much pressure, so much hype, all melting off the shoulders of these guys as they have done it. They have taken the perfect regular split record all the way to the finals, and despite losing the 2 games, have cinched it out and taken it right away from the hands of Origin. Origin, of course, playing out of their minds this series to come from the Challenger Series and in one split end up your European semi-finalists. Nothing to sneeze at. Rainover looks absolutely relieved as he is, as you can see it in his face, he is so wound up and just absolutely ecstatic over this win, hoisting the trophy high above their heads as the confetti falls. Your European 2015 Summer Split champions, Fnatic. Of course, none of this would have been possible without their all-star coach, Delior. He has every bit as much of a right to hoist that trophy as the rest of his team. Reckless. The European All-Star AD carry. Featherfin neglects to hoist the trophy over his head. Such humility from this rookie mid laner. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Your 2015 champions, Fnatic.